Hi there, time for another unboxing video. Now, if my voice sounds more inconsistent than normal, it's because I have a cold that I'm still trying to get over top of. I should have taken the bridge, but it's gonna be a long way. Anyway, with that aside, as you can see, this is gonna be a different kind of review here. I spotted this, which I've actually been eyeing on a lot of stores or things, called the Boogie Board. It says here the original 8.5. I don't know why you'd call the original 8.5 because usually 1 is associated with first, not 8.5. But with that aside, let's go over some side things. The store that was selling this was selling it original price as $45 or $44.95. And as you can see in the suggested price tag, it says $30, or maybe they brought it down to $30, but now it's $25. I guess iPads and eNote or OneNote is doing things not good for this. That's the worst constructed sentence ever. But as you can see, you do have a lot of information on the box. So let's get reading. Let's see. Different languages for saying the word erase, and there's a little triangle pointing downward, so we'll get to that soon. Equal to 50,000 plus sheets of paper. How would you calculate that? As you can see here, Improv Electronics, you have the erase button. It has, I guess, poorly drawn circle, but it's probably used with a very interesting kind of brush effect. There's the Boogie Board, trademark, and you can see that's 3-inch triangle. I think that's my tripod actually. Let's see, sketch, write, draw without paper, exclamation point, and you have a different language and more about the same. Let's see, LCD writer, notes, memos, lists, and then the same thing repeated in different languages again. Are you using different languages as filler? Let's see, we saw a price tag, LCD manufactured in the US. The rest we have no idea where. Let's see, you have a nice little person who has a nice looking stylus writing on a nice little bit of black. Actually, if you look carefully, it's a Boogie Board with a black frame. I like how the picture wraps around the sides here. And as indicated here, this is indeed a red Boogie Board. At the back, you could see more about it. It says here, save paper. Sounds good. So why is the packaging made of cardboard and cardstock? Why? You said save paper, you did this. You could have used some really interesting plastic wrapping. Anyway, it says here, Boogie Board, the original 8.5. Now it's like inverted Star Wars film. Dun 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 dun. Okay. The next time you reach for a piece of paper and pen, don't grab a Boogie Board. No, it's as if you have multiple Boogie Boards. LCD e-writer instead, the tree-friendly alternative to memo pads, sketchbooks, sticky notes, dry erase boards, and other writing drawing mediums. Now what happens when this cannot be used anymore? Will it just sit there, do even more harm than what paper would do? At least paper will be broken down again. But I love plastic, so let's not show being biased when I'm not actually biased. The same thing in French. Yeah, you're taking advantage of the bilingual requirements here and more. Great for office. Yes, if you have a secret note to send to your co-worker and you don't want the boss to find out, quickly press the erase button, which I haven't demonstrated yet. Home, you have a little clip there that I am actually quite interested in. I wonder if that is included. Casa, yes. Let's see, school. Okay, you have a Boogie Board and it looks like you are saying 9 minus... What? 9 minus 8, oh, there's a bit of lint there. 9 minus 8 equals 0. Plus 0 plus... What? No, you're playing tic-tac-toe. Oh my gosh. You're just literally implying that you bring it to school so you could pretend you're learning but get distracted and just play X's and O's with yourself. That's a bit interesting there. Features: erase button, durable, shatterproof, plastic LCD. We'll test this part and this part. No, okay, nah. I'm gonna keep this. 3-volt battery, never needs replacing. We'll see about that. Ultra thin, only 3.4 meters thick. Some exceptions, I think. Pressure sensitive writing surface. Okay. And the whole thing again repeated in 4 or 5 other languages. I'm sorry if I sound mean, I just think it's kind of funny. Package contents: e-writer, stylus holder, and a magnet kit. Ooh. I wonder if it's like the old style magnadoodles, where you can have like a shape, you drag it across the screen, and you use it like a brush. Sort of like playing with Paint or Microsoft Paint or Paint.net. US Office, and more information if something bad happens, so you could sue them or send a fan letter. California only. California only. Well, this is not California, this is Canada. Perchlorate material. Yes, I did say I'm sick. I am sick. Okay, 6 minutes in. I haven't even opened it up yet. And let's demonstrate the writing ability of this thing. Now, the stylus works, or the way this works is by pressure. And at the moment, I actually don't have the stylus because it's enclosed in this box. But with this being open, I can demonstrate using a Q-tip. Cotton swab, not an ear swab anymore because technically it's not good for you. So let me fold this in half and I can demonstrate. You just push that across and you'll see that there's some writing already. That's a very poorly drawn clam arm or something. And then if you push the erase button, watch the writing here. There's a flash and everything goes back to black. That's what's going to happen after the big crunch, you know, after the big bang. Ah, plucky. It's more entertainment than actual informative video. I'll be right back, and I am going to get my trusty thing to open the plastic. Sorry for the delay. If you did watch all the way through so far, I am so thankful. If not, you could have clicked that annotation. I have no idea why you're viewing this part. But watch this, transformer. Dun 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 dun. Yes, so if you want to hang it up instead, you could do that. I think that's a really cool option, but no one really notices that, so I thought I'd point that out. Anyway, here I have my special comb or brush thing. Let's get this opened. Well, this is not damaging the package at all. Okay, that's one, and that's two. Now let's get this tab open, and I guess this thing just comes off. Ooh, okay. And just like a regular box, it opens up, of course. And there we are. Here's the contents, and what's inside the box. Absolutely nothing. So that can be tossed anywhere without any thing being changed or significantly made different. So as you can see, there is a vague silhouette of me, very blurred, and the screen is indeed very black. You cannot really see much, and you have a red frame here. So let me just get this out. Oh, there we are. Flexing the package is much more efficient than using the actual finger pull or prior. As you can see, they said it was, what was that? A fraction of a millimeter thick, or like 3 millimeters thick, but I'm not sure how accurate that is because you actually have a slab that goes up like this. There's more in here, so let's take a look here. So they have your Boogie Board LCD writers, improv electronics, grocery list, math with the star, bubbles, seashells, so you imply you could do art, you could practice your writing in cursive, tic-tac-toe, or just do more art. And there is the stylus, 8.5 LCD. I'm guessing it's some kind of measure. I don't know what it means though. Some features. Oh, 3 whole features. There's an LCD screen, 1 erase, and 3 stylus. And this is how to use the stylus holder and magnet kit. if included. That's a bit strange. It was included, so I don't see why not. And let's see, write and erase. Do not apply extreme pressure or use any tool that could damage the writing surface. You said it was durable. Oh, never mind. Press button to erase tablet. The screen will flash when erased. I suppose it's durable under the specified conditions, how you'd use it. Maintenance, use a dry cleaning cloth. It will become sparkly. Storage, operating. Let's see, warnings. Tablets does not compute. Tablet does not connect to a computer and cannot save changes. Do not submerge tablet in water. Do not expose the tablet to prolonged sunlight. I guess that was implied through the dark screen. And a lot more warnings and how to throw away this thing afterward. Actually, I'm quite interested. I'm just gonna look at that later, but I want to know if it's recyclable at all. As you can see here, we have a stylus. As you can see, from what I could tell, it's a solid piece of plastic except for this hole in the side. And it's a solid piece of plastic. Oh no, wait. Looks like it might be two parts. Not sure about that. Here we have the clip if you want to attach the stylus and never lose it. And there is a magnet kit, which is basically what it appears to be 4 bits of sheet magnet, I guess, with a sticky back. So you could peel that off and post it to a wall, make your own running to-do list or art piece, or basically if you come up with a nice drawing enough to be awarded a special spot on the fridge, you can just post it there. Now let's take a quick look. I know you really want to see it in action, but I like being thorough, as thorough as I can be. This is the clip here, and apparently that is supposed to hold the stylus, which we can test at the moment. Oh, it's having some trouble. Okay, let's try forcing it in like that. Okay, that's much more efficient. I was thinking it would be easier to slide it, but that didn't work out so well. Now let's see how you attach this. Already it looks like there's going to be a problem. Yeah, something like that might work. You see, that's why they include instructions for those who put things on backwards. But now I'm just going to try it out. Okay, that slides right in. And that can go right over the erase button, defeating the purpose. So you probably want to put down the side. And of course, you know this, I'm sorry, a design flaw. I guess they hastily added this clip because there's no place to slide it without making anything look weird. Okay, let's look at it upside down. You don't want to have it covering the erased button because that you're going to be stuck with the picture, unless of course nobody knows about the erase button and you want to save the picture up here, though they could always draw or scratch graffiti on it. As you can see, it says Improv Electronics. If you wanted to just say improv, you might imply that they improvised the entire clip, like I mentioned. You could cover improv and you get electronics, which would be strange because this is only one electronic. Now let's see here. Yeah, Boogie Board. You could try covering the least amount of stuff and all you get is Oogie Board, which is a bit strange, or you could get Gee Board or make a really strange word. Board. Oh. So if you're really bored, then you can use the Boogie Board, I guess. Actually, that might be the most ideal spot to put that. And of course, you can attach this as mentioned. And if you do find a very reliable piece of nylon string, you could just put it through the loop there. I'm very sorry for straying far. Let's see what I can do here. As you can see, there's some writing already on it. That's because I've been using or holding onto this with my hands, and it's already started to mark up the surface again. Let's see what happens if I get a magnet, put it over the screen. Nothing happens, nothing really. Just a little dot when I hit it there. Huh. No. So let's look at the stylus. Let's press the erase button. See what we could draw. First up, we're gonna learn some math. Let's see. What's easy? 9 plus 10 equals. Now we have to do this properly, so you have to write it out. Okay. 0 plus 9 equals 11. And 1 plus 1 equals 3. 2. Yeah. So, of course, 21. Okay. We could also draw a square. Okay. And we could draw a triangle. We could draw a circle. See, 4 sides, 3 sides, 2 sides. Well, 1 side is a circle. And then 0 sides. Yeah, that's 0 sides. Now, what else could we do? We did art. We did math. We could play a game of tic-tac-toes, but YouTube's not very interactive. X, O, X, O, X, O. You could tell how my brain is not actually on at the moment. What else could we try? Oh yeah, cursive writing. Now it's going to be hard because I'm doing this vertically, but we could try our best here. Yes. Let's see. San Francisco is nothing. Sfin. Okay, that's terrible. But we could try doing some handwriting here. Okay, so it's very difficult. Let's write A for apple, and we could draw an apple, and soon you'll be able to find out why I was not made into an animator. There, apple. Now I tried to draw myself, but it's hard to do that. So let's look even deeper. If I push lightly, you get a line like this. If you push a little bit harder, you get a thicker line, and so on and so forth. I think this is about the thickest you can get. If you go very lightly, you can get actually very thin strokes like that. So I think this is very, very great for a little art project. You could draw something. But if your teacher stacked a lot of these things, the button might accidentally be pressed and you'd have some students who get zeros, which wouldn't be very fair. Now something I'm very interested in, wow, that looks like a face with a very messed up brain, or that's lab remnants. What I'm also interested about is what happens when you cross lines over. Because in the Magnadoodle, when you do this, you'll see little bits of iron fillings moving around and not filling up the space completely. It's a bit dusty here. But as you can see, if I get close enough detail, you could see the actual bits of the LCD moving around like that. So it is not like a pixel or anything turning on and off. This is actual physical stuff moving around. And what I think is that when you put some electricity or something through it, it resets the LCD somehow. It said liquid crystal display, so it has to do with liquid crystals. I read up on it before, but I don't know anymore. Like you saw how it flashed completely white and then black again. Depending on how much voltage or electricity is going through in what way, I guess, you can have a different amount of light going through the liquid crystals. If I am wrong, someone correct me in the comments. Let's see, one other thing to draw. This will be a mystery photo. I wonder who that is. Okay, let's see. Okay, one final test before I will say goodbye for the short term, in my perspective, for my point in time, and I will be back after using this for several days. of intensive testing. Now that's terrible. Let's make a circle. Best I could do. And then you just gotta shade it in. So you gotta push hard. Okay, and then without fail, it works. The mechanics is very similar to just drawing with a regular implement. The pressure changes with changes the width of the pen stroke, and you can get some very interesting effects here. Of course, you have that sound of scratching plastic on plastic, which might be unsettling to some people. Well, I guess this is the rock now. You could probably tell why I don't have a 22 Art 22 channel, if it wasn't already explained in 22 Magic Tricks 22. If you don't know what I'm talking about, look it up. It literally says Art Channel, I think, on it. Yes, so I'll be right back with a long-term review. Goodbye! Alrighty, when I said long-term, I did not anticipate to have something this long-term. As you can see, my back chop is already full of creases from being worn out and being moved too often, and I should get that replaced. And now this is I guess the final word, or my final word, on the original 8.5 Boogie Board. Now the thing about this is that it does what I've been showing you. It does, oh, that's me in the reflection, hello. And you can still draw things normally. As you can see, I can write a 2. That was very poor. Let me give it a second go. They're slightly better. And you can always draw everywhere on the screen, as you can see. And any dust or oils that build up, you can easily wipe them off, as usual. And looking up the website, you can actually, if you do want to save the picture, there is no option. But you can always slide this on, as I noticed before, and cover the erase sign. So that was the erase button. So that's what they mentioned in the website. Now the heart-wrenching and the really sad bit about this is that when they said it replaces something like 5,000 sheets of paper or 10,000 sheets of paper, they are indirectly saying that this will not last forever. One really bad or really good example, depending on your point of view about this, is that while I was drawing something like a hashtag or octothrope to play tic-tac-toe with my sister or something, I felt this really heart-wrenching or gut-wrenching scratch that goes from here to here while I was using the stylus itself. And when I looked, there was this buildup of white stuff. That is, I guess, the plastic of the screen, which is very sad. And now I have a big scratch right there. So if you're unlucky or you use this too often, you're going to eventually have something that is very scuffed up and probably not work anymore. In fact, if you use this too often, like using it for your calculus homework, which I did for a little bit just to do the rough work, you might end up getting all the way to the LCD or LED or whatever the stuff is inside, which is a weird thought, but this is just a novelty or something that is temporary. I don't know if this is a better idea than just buying stacks and stacks of paper, money-wise. It might equate to be the same amount. If you do buy a lot of sheets of paper and then you just use it all up on rough work, you might be able to just substitute the Boogie Board and it takes up less space, but you can't erase. You have to erase it all in one go. So those are some pros and cons about this. In the long term, as always, thanks for watching. This has been the Boogie Board by Improv Electronics, the original 8.5.